How's it going, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Transformers Dark of the Moon Mechtech Leaderclass Sentinel Prime. And I am really looking forward to this toy, but at the same time, I know how the transformation is. I've had this toy for years now, and I love it, but at the same time, I do not like the transformation. And that's my key. That's obviously my key thing. I like my movie toys. I know they're complex when it comes to it, but that's the one thing I like about it. It's a real challenge. But I'll just put it out of the way now. He can't get out of his own way. He's a beautiful looking Rosenbauer Panther 6x6. Like, beautiful. I love the red. I love the black. Every time I see this toy, I don't know why, but I always think of M-Go. I love this toy. Conversion, not so much. Obviously, like I just stated, it is from the Mechtech line. So you've got his shield here at the bottom, which is his main Mechtech. And hidden inside the roof of the truck, actually, would be his sword. If I can get it out without breaking it. Please do not break. Thank you. Tab it all back into place quickly. This is Sentinel Prime's dual-bladed sword, which looks really nice. And then this is his Mechtech weapon. You push the Cybertronian glyph here, and it transforms into his weapon. And can we just take a minute, look at the details on it? The Cybertronian glyphs there on his shield, and running along his blade. Like, oh, that is so gorgeous. I love it when the movie toys do this. You actually see the Cybertronian on them. He does have lights and sounds. There's a little gray button here on top of the roof of the cab, and it makes fire truck noises. If we were to send his hose back and flip down these two rails, we could, with the two 5mm pegs, come up here and we can plug his shield into these two ports. There is a metal bit here that activates new lights and sounds for the weapon. I believe there's a transformation noise. I would pick this figure up in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Then we can do that, which is really, really cool. Oh, that's how it works. So when you push the button down, it'll hit that gray button there for his lights and sounds for regular fire truck mode. Well, that's cool. There you go. Pulling the shield back out now. Again, since it is a Mechtech figure, we're going to bring in Voyager Optimus Prime's gun. We can plug it into that same port on top of the truck. There we go. And it does the exact same thing. Pulling it out now. Give me 1 second, I have to go find something. Alright. So yeah, that is Sentinel Prime's Mechtech. For comparison, we're going to be bringing in the Ultimate Optimus Prime, which I like the way that scales compared to like the Leaderclass toy. At least that works for me, since this is a smaller truck. And since it's that prime, and I'm just gonna bring in the trailer, see how it looks with him, and yeah, the trailer is obviously gonna be out of scale. Like, really out of scale. But still works pretty well. Get both of those out. And we are gonna bring in his victim of the movie. Telling you guys, it would have been different if someone came up right behind them. That's just the way I see it, though. And the transformation, it's going to be one of those where I'm going to fast forward. I'm not going to walk you guys through it this time, because, yeah, it's one of those. And that is Sentinel Prime in robot mode. He looks really good, but that's all he can really do. He's got all the articulation that you would expect from this era. Good legs, good knees, good lower half in general, ankles, wrist swivels, opening hands, everything like that, save for a waist swivel. But unfortunately, with the way the figure it was made, a lot of that junk in the back there, it topples him down. So getting him into any poses is next to non-existent. But just look at it. I know this is Dark of the Moon, but even when I look at this, I always think of those credit scenes from Transformers 1. Sentinel, the betrayer. I had to. Because that just seems to be Sentinel Prime's fate. He's always going to be the great betrayer. But yeah, I'm going to raise the camera a little bit. He does look really great. The face and everything, it's all, in my opinion, very screen accurate. I love the way they did the chest on this toy. And you guys could, this is me barely holding the feet up. Like, yeah. This is just, oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. There we go. You have to either have him looking down like that, or we have to give him almost like a chicken leg, just to stand him up straight. There we go. But just look at that. Movie toys now, they are either really screen accurate, to the point where it makes it too complicated to have fun with, or they're accurate, but it's all on just flat panels. Let me go find something just to show you what I mean. Like, if I bring in my Nemesis Prime that just came in the other day, you can see looks really screen accurate. Love the way the chest looks, but he flatter than a board. I know that's just how it's supposed to be, and I think the best way I can explain it is when I do Unique Toys Challenger, which might be my next video. But getting back to Sentinel Prime, just look at that. As far as I'm aware, he's not based on any concept art with the way this look is. It's just the case of how his chest comes together when converting from robot to truck, or truck to robot. His lights and sounds do still work. You press the gray button on the back, it'll activate his lights and sounds. But if we were to also push in his chest right here, he says his name. And it doesn't sound like Leonard Nimoy at all. I don't know why. I think they just, at Hasbro, they just hired the janitor just to say Sentinel Prime. And yeah, that's all I can really say about the robot. Articulation-wise, again, he has all the joints you need for a figure of this era. Leg can go out that far. Really nice bend there at the knee. But since there's a lot of panels on the go, it's his knee, I find, or his lower calf is unstable from what I found. Ankle can pivot all the way around. Toe bend, and toe can go side to side. Obviously, he got his hips that are looser than 1,000 mothers. Arms can go out that far. They can go all the way around, but you got a bunch of stuff colliding before it comes full circle. Bicep swivel, or below the bicep swivel. Oh, nice ratcheted elbow bend. Wrist swivel and hand articulation. And very limited, plug that back in, very limited head rotation just due to the electronics inside of it. Boy. Come on, I was just praising you and how nice you were earlier. Why are you being mean to me now, Sentinel Prime? Why? That might be why. Stay up. Stay up. Thank you. My girlfriend's over there laughing at me right now. Okay, sorry. He can hold his weapon. We can unfold the sword and just slide his sword into his hand here. Holds that fairly securely. Straighten you out a little bit. And his shield, you have two ways of connecting it to him. You can actually have him hold it at the grip here. It can slide in there, and for the most part, it is a secure connection, but not that secure. So for me, I typically like to just utilize the peg on his arm and the peg on the shield. And it goes in just like that. Fairly easy. Take that, Studio Series. He gets a sword and shield. Sentinel can also hold any old Mechtechs. So again, bring in Voyager Prime's Mechtech. We can close up his hand. Plug it in right there. He holds it okay. You can also plug it into the side of his arm, so he can have it like a fusion cannon. Or plug it into the same port that you would for the truck mode. That can also work still in robot mode. Same as the other side. Again, Mechtech era, they have 5mm ports all over the place. But yeah. Give you back your sword, buddy. If I can stop hitting the camera. There's Sentinel Prime and his accessories. Just going to bring in Optimus for comparison. I love the way this looks. I believe this is how it was in the movie. I could be wrong. But he scales fairly well with Ultimate Optimus. And since it's my favorite, here he is with the 2007 Ironhide. And I think that scales pretty well with each other. Because I know Ironhide was smaller than Sentinel in the movie. That's pretty cool. And I think that is about it. That is going to be Transformers Dark of the Moon Leaderclass Sentinel Prime. Do I recommend it? Yeah, for the most part. Just understand you'll have really loose hips out of the box, or if you find it used, extremely loose hips. Just, if you want a chunky man, this is your chunky man. If you don't, then you can get the Studio Series or the knockoff Studio Series. I don't care. It's your collection, your life. You do what you please. Have a good night, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye.